Very good.
Would you like a grill? Would you like green beans or asparagus?
No, thank you.
Salad.
That's not.
You bring any steak?
I will.
The waitress will get it for you.
Mom, you might want to try some of this sirloin. It might be better.
What's this piece of wood in it?
Pick that helped the bacon on.
I was say I just
Piece
chopped
of
down
wood
on
in
it.
it. What's there a piece of wood in this staple?
Would you like some eggs?
There's 2 of them in there.
Yes, if you get a chance, bring it back.
I don't guess I ever had a steak like this before.
That's a filet mignon.
Oh, I never had one of them things before.
Oh, good.
Are you finished with your one sauce?
Yes, honey.
Oh, there's the butter.
He's gone to be among you at the calling of the hearts. Rest assured The storms of life can blow and blow, but they won't knock me down. We'll stand the test of time, 'cause we stand on holy ground. For you are flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone. Your wounds, closer, you are flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone. We are one. You are flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone. There's no one closer. You are flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone.
We are
That makes me shed tears.
Mr. Murphy, do you have anything to say?
No, nothing been said.
Come on, you talk to us.
Tell her a good joke or something. I don't know her good joke.
How about a story out of the past?
You're all too good to tell.
He's already been in
Unbelievable.
trouble for telling stories.
Yeah, don't tell them, no, you're
Well, let's see.
been a lots of ups and downs, but
And you all got married where at?
Higgins, Arkansas.
What time of the day was it?
Noon.
High noon.
Showdown at the old cake
with a hole in the seat of his pants.
Just how poor we were back then.
The car seat had a broken spring in it. And I got in a hurry to get out. And I tore my suit pants. I was in a hurry.
He's a dead run.
Well, Marita wanted to fix it for him, but he said, nope. What was it? There was an old
I
saying.
always heard say if you get married to holy bitches, you never have nothing.
That wasn't true, though.
Another marriage or holding your britches?
He said wouldn't have nothing.
Oh, wouldn't have nothing.
So what, that didn't
I
come
thought he
true.
said another one.
So who was with you when you got married?
Marita and Elaine and Bill Murphy and Theod Owens and that's all.
That's it.
We picked up Albritton at Bernie.
Harold?
Yeah, Harold. He went with us to Fisk that night, that afternoon.
I don't remember that part.
Ah, well,
He was in a
there.
daze at that point.
Yeah. He'd already got himself married. If I was thinking, what have I got myself into?
You were probably the one thinking that when you had your wedding dinner there.
Yeah. That bunch of nuts.
Well, I've slept slept since then a few times. I can't remember it all. A few things stand in my mind.
Well, can you tell us about it?
We went to this. I wanted the preacher to marry us, and so we went to this house. That's the same one married you and Howard in Johnstone.
Uh-huh.
And we went to his house, and Yun's were married at the courthouse.
Yeah.
We went to his house. Remember anything about the house, Tessie?
No.
Oh, either. Except I remember going in the house.
What kind of car did you have?
34 Ford.
34 Ford.
Well, actually, it was 33. We call it 34, but it's 33 Ford. And I put a new V8 motor in it after I bought it. 33 was the first ones after the Model A, I mean. The first V8. It was pretty good automobile.
Flathead? What they call a flathead head?
Oh, no. Well, you might call it flathead. It's V8. It's V8. Not a flathead like the old 8 Pontiacs and 8 Buicks or something like that. Straight 8. No, it's a V8. A whole lot like the V8 you see today. Cost $750 for the new motor installed.
Boy, that was high back then.
Yeah, it was
That's
high.
so cool, money.
Of course, cars was high, but this was in 46.
Right after the war.
Yeah, 47. You know, the car I don't remember what we gave for the car, but that's before we got married and bought the car. When we got married,
It wasn't no 34
right.
Chevrolet, it was a
that's right. It was the 37
Chevy.
37 Chevy. That's right. I had gotten rid of the 33 Ford.
I was going to bring those pictures. I didn't know you was going to be up here, but I was thinking of the suit that I got married in. And I still wore it after Jerry was born 2 years later. And it was Easter. And me and Barbara and Ines all went hat crazy. So Jay took my picture. I had that blue suit on, and Jerry it was April of 14th, 1951. So I got thinking about that picture. I hadn't seen it in a long time, so I went and got out my old pictures. And I found it, but I found one of you and Howard. And I think it was the day you and Howard got married, that me and Jay, we had a picture in front of our car at Mr. and Miss Murphy's house.
And on that long taffeta
Uh-huh.
dress that was buttoned down the front. Yeah, that's the day we got married then.
I laid them out, and then I got one of you and Howard. It looked like it was took, I don't know, but Howard didn't have no glasses on, and had a lot of his teeth showing, and I hadn't seen that picture in a long time.
He must have been showing out or something because he always wore his glasses.
Yeah, he didn't have no glasses on.
Into things
Boy,
as it
bro.
was.
He couldn't see without his
I was
glasses.
gonna say, be bumping into things.
But he looked real good. I mean, this, you couldn't, it's a really good picture.
I used to always tell me he couldn't tell the difference between a person and a tree without his glasses.
Tessie was
Unless he
about the
was
same.
Yeah.
I think Tessie was the same height when we got married as she is now. She maybe
She's got
gained
wider.
a couple of pounds.
Same height, just wider.
Were y'all Christians when you got married? Jay?
No.
No.
How long after that?
But we was good kids.
Yeah, we didn't even know about the things they know about today, let alone do.
I know that's right.
That'll be a fact. In fact, Tessie didn't know the difference between a hen and a rooster.
Well, I was a city girl.
You were a city girl.
You're taking advantage
From
of that
Paul?
when you're a city.
Well, I was a little bitty
See
thing.
how far they've come in the past 45 years?
I was just a little girl when we left Poe.
You was just a little girl when you got married.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go as far as saying that. She'd been the same size since she was 11 years old, and I'd been kissing her since she was 11. She's 15. I thought she was an old maid.
You've been kissing her since she was 11?
Yeah, right.
Oh my lands.
We've
Don't
been
let
meeting
none
over
of our
on the,
girls hear that stuff.
we've been meeting over on the ditch bank. Or the bridge, wasn't it?
When did you kiss Tessie and Howard kissed Barb? Wasn't that the way it went?
We was all together a lot. Well, Barb wasn't around too much, but
I think when she come down, I think Howard could tell them about how Barb can kiss or something.
I never heard this.
You get the meat on the 45th.
a lot of water been under the bridge.
Howard used to tell them when I guess y'all farmed. Did y'all farm together right after you got married, JW?
Well, you know,
Well, we was all still,
we
we lived there for a year.
see, we lived with Dad and Mom first year, and
They were on their honeymoon.
and me and Tess and Howard, of course, Howard and Tessie just wrestled like kids. And
We was
They were
kids.
kids.
15, 17, and 19. The three of us were.
Tessie always liked it when Mom went on Saturdays. She enjoyed Saturdays because Mom and Dad go to town buy groceries. They'd be gone all day. Tessie cleaned the house. And
Got to be my house that day.
yeah, it used to be Tessie's house that day.
Then I mopped and waxed, and you know how big that house was.
Yeah.
I mopped and waxed those floors, and I'd take down curtains, and boy, I just cleaned all day. And when Miss Murphy'd come home, well, they'd have, you know, back then, bologna and cheese and hot dogs was a luxury. And that's what we'd have for supper. She'd buy every kind of lunch meat and hot dogs and cheese and soda pop.
Some kind of bubbly.
Yeah, then Monday
What
would
was
be
that
back
bubbly
to the old
soda
brown-
we had?
I
brown
don't
pork chops
remember.
and roast beef.
We had some kind of bubbly we'd have and little shot glasses.
Yeah, me and Jay and Howard would drink out of them little toothpick glasses like we'd be, we'd have champagne then out of them.
What was that?
We'd
What was
have
you
a-
drinking?
It was some kind of soda
Yeah.
that she'd buy, like 7-Up, but it wasn't 7-Up.
Canada Dry or 50-50? 50-50
I
is
think
real
it's
bubbly.
probably Canada Dry.
Yeah,
I
those
think
were
that's
bubbly.
what- I don't remember.
I don't remember. Saturday was a big day. Town day for them. We stayed home.
You know, that was so-
What about the first place you lived? Your first house. Tell us about your first house.
2-room log cabin.
2-room log cabin. Well, Joel needs to hear this story. You think that
Yeah.
was great.
Tell them where you got your furniture.
The sale barn. I never even got to go get it. Jay and his dad went to sale barn. Got our furniture.
Probably all together cost $20.
Probably.
Had a stove and bed and a couch and table and chairs and refrigerator. Did we have refrigerator?
No.
We didn't have.
We didn't have electricity.
No electricity?
Did we have ice box?
No.
Oh, this candlelight dinner brings back memories.
I told you we had candlelight.
No, we didn't have candles. We had a lamp.
Yeah, we
That's-
had
we
a
got a
kerosene.
We
Aladdin lamp.
had a Aladdin lamp, man.
Oh,
we had.
it was brighter.
It
than
was
we
as
had.
bright as
Yeah, we had
electric lights.
We had lights. We had a good light. We had a lot of people didn't have Aladdin
Aladdin.
lamps, but we had a big old Aladdin. Can't even say the word.
Got too many teeth in your mouth?
Yeah, I reckon.
What's the difference in an Aladdin lamp and just a regular oil lamp?
Oh,
Oh, well, they had a,
difference between daylight and dark.
what kind of filter-like thing was it? A glow,
Little
it
manual.
had a
mantle.
different kind of mantle on the inside of it. It had a long globe.
The little mantle looked kind of like gauze, something like that.
You
Yeah.
touch it, it fall all pieces.
It was and there'd be a flame coming the side of that, and it was like a one of these ceiling lights now.
You get
Fluorescent light.
clear
Yeah,
white.
it's like a
You-
fluorescent.
Yeah, it wouldn't be no red to it at all. It's pure white.
Oh, did it light by a wick or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was different than just.
Somewhat like your gas lanterns, you know, only real
had a
bright.
real tall-
Lantern or something.
Yeah.
Real
Yeah, it had
tall
a
globe on
globe,
it.
thin, and narrow.
Wasn't very big around,
You
but
just
it was
have one
tall.
of them?
Yeah.
Well, you only had 2 rooms, so.
Well, yeah, you carried that from room to room when you went. If you wanted to go to kitchen and this couch we had was a great big long couch. Had
Green,
3
right?
big
Was it green?
cushions, yeah. And we had it and a bed in the same
It
room.
made a bed too.
Yeah, it made a bed, but I was laying on the bed one day and I looked over on that couch and there was it. I thought it was a snake, but and I didn't move all day. I watched that all day. Jay got home and he let that out and it was a snake hide. But it was that couch it was probably 9 foot long, wasn't
It
it?
was long.
It was the biggest couch that I've seen, and that snake was as long, was wrapped in them coils of that couch.
Was it in there before you got the couch or after?
No,
No, I imagine it come in there after we
Yeah.
got it.
It might have been denned up in that log cabin.
Yeah, well, you could see out that log cabin at different places.
It was ventilated then.
Yeah.
Well ventilated.
Ooh-wee.
Was the mosquitoes
How did you
as
keep
bad
it
as
warm
what
in
they
the
are?
winter?
We didn't live there very long, did we? Can you remember how long we lived there?
well, I don't know, but King Heaters then was good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we always had one of them little potbelly stoves. We burnt coal all the time, and we'd have and
You'd
the
have to
only
open the front door.
the only problem would be in the back room or or in the kitchen. Your water bucket would freeze during the night. But
That's where we became acquainted with the Monahans.
yeah,
Yeah, 'cause they live right down the road.
They lived right across down from the next farm from us, and they would try to scare me all the time when Jay was gone.
That was your entertainment?
Yeah,
Monahans?
they would throw clods or,
You
you
didn't have
know.
big screen TV, you had the Monahans.
Well, that was a sideshow in itself.
Yes, it was.
I got 12 kids.
So they throw dirt clods, what is it, a tin roof or something?
No, they just throw
Just
them
to
over
aggravate
there
her.
to aggravate me.
You know,
and,
weeds would be growed up not too far out, you know. They could hide in the weeds and throw clods at the house and you'd never see them.
You didn't keep the lawn mowed at Big
No, we didn't. We didn't have a lawnmower. We didn't have a lawnmower. Dad had one, but one of them kind
to
you
push
push, you know, and have little clippers on it, you know.
I remember that thing when I was a kid. I remember
Yeah,
playing
that's
with
the only kind of lawnmower we had.
it. It worked. It made a smooth cut.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You put enough power behind it.
But they would bother me so long, you know, and I'd go to the door and I'd say, okay, I've got Jay's shotgun here and I'm just going to shoot out. Oh, here we are. I'd soon get their attention when I'd point that shotgun out the door.
But you'd paper one of them old houses and then build a fire in the stove, and man, it'd crack and pop and split open, and that paper would split 40 places.
Now, that's where me and Jay had our worst fights.
Yeah, we
Because
did.
every old house we moved into had to be papered. And,
Won't look good when you first get down, though, wouldn't it? Really be sharp.
Getting the job
Put one
done
of
is
them
tough.
$2.98 rugs down, them 9 by 12 linoleum rugs, $2.98, and paper you get. Oh, you could buy a room full of paper for $1 something. You know, paper a whole room.
So you like that wallpaper, huh?
Well,
That's
we
what they
didn't-
did.
We didn't
that's-
necessarily like it, but it made the house look good. When you-
Cleaned it up.
Yeah.
Seems like mom and dad mow paper like every year. Or
Yeah,
every other year.
Yeah,
Right?
often.
Well, the old smoke from the stove.
Yeah.
Everybody
Because
smoked
we use
cigarettes.
coal.
It just,
No, I didn't.
But I could pretty well bank a stove and it wouldn't get, it always had a little fire next morning. I never did have to build a new one out and out. Pretty, unless it got a draft just right sometimes and it burned it all out.
Oh, you build the fires and you could, that was always your job, huh?
Oh yeah, she never
I
built
didn't never know how to build
She
it.
Howard never did know how to build a fire either.
I never
Boy, that's
did build
bad
it.
news.
if he did, he kept it a secret.
He put it out every time.
I always built a fire, kept a fire. I built a fire with gasoline. When I build a fire,
Resistance.
they say you shouldn't do that.
Who was it? It was Ebert's mom down here one time when,
Yeah.
right after Pam was born, and Ebert,
Harrison.
man, he flew out of the house. He said, no. They said, well, I ain't burnt one down yet, Always throw it in there.
Yeah.
You want some dessert, baby?
Yeah, that's a bit.
Well, I think they're gonna watch a movie around here.
Oh, we got 45 years to go through yet.
Well, that was the beginning.
Yeah.
We made lots of changes.
Where did you live
Open
at?
some
From
cards.
Where did you
southeast
live
Missouri
after
to Michigan.
After the log cabin, where did you go to?
Gamble place, wasn't it? Arch
Oh,
Gamble
no,
place.
no. We
Where?
went to, me and you and Howard tried a little fling in St. Louis.
Well, yeah.
That didn't last very long. But it was,
Well,
I was the only one that had a job.
Yeah.
Jay and Howard couldn't find no job. And I worked at the Chippewa drugstore
Down
down by the Fox
Theater.
Theater.
Yeah, I lived right around the corner.
And I didn't
Years
know
later.
nothing about St. Louis and didn't have no money. And one night, and I didn't get off till 12 o'clock. That drugstore closed 12 o'clock, and Jay and Howard wasn't there. And it was cold. And I went outside that drugstore. They wasn't nowhere to be seen. And I had a dime, I guess. And I got on and I believe I had to change. I had to change streetcar. Scared to death. Got on that streetcar. Went, and we lived in these old apartment buildings, and you couldn't see up to the first windows. And at that time of night, well, the car was there. And I thought, well, they have to be here. What? Then I thought maybe they was dead, And I climbed up that window enough that I could see, and there they was. They was asleep. And I started pounding on that window, and Howard jumped up, Jay, you go get Tessie. And boy, they come up out of there, and you talk about a raking up, they got it. 'Cause I thought that if they was dead, it'd been all right. But
They were alive and in real trouble.
they was alive, and here I was out there in that town that I didn't know anything about. And of course, back then, we didn't have the trouble we got today. Because I'd have probably never made it home.
That's right. Howard passed that trait on to his son Steve. Has many times.
Good sleep, huh?
Yeah,
Well,
forgot.
he done me that way one time when we were in Michigan. I got off work and he wasn't there. And it was on a New Year's Eve, I think, and they were having a little joy juice over at the plant. And I got off work and he wasn't there to pick me up. Well, I walked all the way home, and I had on a pair of sandals, and it was in the wintertime, and I never got cold all the way home because I was so mad.
That probably saved your life.
And I got home, and I was there in a few minutes. Here he comes. Come around the corner there and run into the back of just coasted right into the back of the car that was parked out there in front of the house. And I knew that he was drunk. And I mean, when he got in the house, I really let him have it. He never got drunk again. That's the last time I ever knew of him drinking anything like that.
Where did we go after we left St. Louis? Back Fisk, I guess.
Back to Fisk again.
That to the Artist Gamble place?
No,
I lived there, didn't
no, we didn't. We
When
went
I
back.
born,
We back and forth to Michigan and Dad's.
When we lived in Artist Gamble place.
you? Is that right?
55. That was one of the later places.
Oh,
We lived in town in Fisk. 1
Well,
year.
they were 45.
We lived. I don't remember what year it was. 52, 53 was on our Gamble place, wasn't it?
We lived there first and then we
No,
left
53
and we came back.
54.
We came back and then we went back to Michigan again.
Yeah, and then we
In
lived
55 after 10.
on Doris and Ray's place across the road from Artist Gamble. And then we lived in Doris and Ray's place over there on the other side of Dad and Mom, where Howard Tom's had.
Yeah, but that was in the later years.
Yeah, that's 1961.
Yeah, I remember that place. Who were you living at when Jerry was born?
When Jerry,
Michigan.
he was born in Michigan.
Oh, you were born in Michigan?
And I had a bet, me and, who was it? James Eubanks. Me and James Eubanks had a bet on a new hat. I bet it'd be a boy, and he said bet it'd be a girl. I never did get my hat.
But you were
He was his bets.
But you was dealing with the Eubanks.
But me and him would sit and play cards. Me and him both worked third, second shift, and we'd sit in the morning. We lived with Iris and Dave. We both had apartments in Iris and Dave's house over on, no, it wasn't Sterling. Was that Sterling Street? Was that?
No, that
Oh.
was on
Oh, yeah, okay. Anyway.
Cherry Lawn.
Anyway, me and him would sit and play cards. Yeah, when you was born, 4 years born, Tessie went to the hospital on a false alarm. What was it you wanted to come back to watch?
Melton Borough.
Yeah, she came back home and watched Milton Berle and then went back again. Jerry was born then, she went back the same
You
day.
mean I missed Milton Berle?
No, you didn't miss Milton Berle. I don't know what happened after that. We come back home and I was farming again. I'd farm till I'd go broke, and then I'd go back to Michigan and work a year or so. Come back and farm again, go broke, go back to Michigan and work again. That happened up to the night. I went broke 3 times, but I wouldn't give up. I didn't know nothing else. Didn't want to do nothing else. So I just kept trying. 1957, I used Dad's tractor and put in 40 acres of beans on Harv Avery's place up there on Panther Slough. Drawed $28 a week unemployment and put in that 40 acres of beans. And they made good. I think I had about $2,000 at the end of the year. I invested it in tractors and then borrowed $2,200 from PCA after I bought the tractors and started farming. Had me a little Ford and a John Deere, wasn't it?
Gee.
No, Oliver, 70 Oliver.
70 off.
Yeah.
You didn't get any John Deere's until I think you moved to Groves.
Well, I had an old John Deere somewhere, but I don't remember where.
Had a G something.
Yeah, well, that G was later. That was in the 80s. I had that G.
In the 80s. Wasn't in the 80s.
No.
Wasn't it
Had to be in the
60s.
60s, early 60s.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Well, like I say, I
We
slept
left
since
there.
then.
Yeah. We left Fisk in 75.
I meant 60, well, I said 80. But
Yeah.
Yeah, down,
What place was that you lived on in Groves?
left down
Evans Place.
there. Yeah.
Evans. You know where,
I know where it is, I
Yeah.
just didn't know who the
what was his
people were.
first name?
I wanna say Howard, I don't know.
No, wasn't Howard.
What?
Evans.
That Evans that lived down, I don't know
Yeah,
if he lived there
South
when your
Drive.
dad and mom lived there or not.
They did, but I don't remember what his first name was.
We cash rented that farm for $475. And it had a good house. Best house
We
we'd
thought
had.
it was.
Well, we got movie pictures of it, where we was feeding the hogs.
Yeah.
That, the old house.
It's still standing there.
That was pretty
Somebody
good.
sold it?
Anyhow, we sold $250 worth of strawberries. Got, I don't know, a couple, $300 from the government, and had a 35-acre crop on it. Shoot, boy.
Raised hogs.
And raised hogs. We really made good money on that place. In fact, we left there and moved right upside Dad on Howard Tom's place. And that's where we was living when we bought that place on
Says 45.
Sand Farm.
Turn it around to the camera.
Yeah.
Now, what year
Where'd you
did you
find that
buy
at,
the
Barbie?
place on the sand farm?
63.
So they go down there. Watch out, you're gonna have a fire.
We're gonna have
Yeah,
to
moved the
find-
box.
Y'all bought that place?
Put the box in the floor.
Dad, we bought that place. We really didn't have one.
Yeah, I gave
You got me
I gave
something to
as
say
much for
on our
that
40th, didn't
80
you,
as
baby?
Howard did for that 120, almost. I think I gave 18.5 for that.
Huh?
I gave
No, it wasn't,
18.5
it's for the 40th.
for that 80 acres.
Says on there.
Kept it till 1976, sold it for 59. And it's paid for itself every year it was there. I was there 13 years. And it,
That's where everybody basically grew up.
Huh?
There. Through those years where all of us kids grew up.
yeah. We were over out here last year, and after the place is burnt, we was over there and seen, but it didn't even look the same. I didn't know none of the rooms look the same, except that utility room. But it didn't even look the same.
Get burnt? Place burnt?
Yeah,
Burn out in there.
inside and burned out.
But they're fixing it back. The fellow bought it, and we asked him if we could, we never have been back down in there again.
Yeah.
He said that, we could come back and see it when they got it fixed up.
Oh, mouth's getting dry. I need a refill.
You need a refill?
Here,